Joe had always had the policy at confrontation that real screwballs should be sent to him for interviewing, but the little fat man who came in didn't seem particularly crazy. He just had the bland, regular, somewhat smallish features of a typical wasp.
The name is James Cass Cartwright,
the fat man said, holding out his hand.
And the subject is consciousness energy.
The subject of what?
Oh, this here article I have written for you.
Cartwright reached into his alligator briefcase and pulled out a thick sheaf of typewritten paper. It was an odd size, possibly 8 by 10. He handed the manuscript to Joe.
What kind of paper is this?
Said Joe.
Well, it's a standard size in England,
said Cartwright.
When I was over there in 1963, visiting the tombs of my ancestors, I bought 10 reams of it. I took the plane from Dallas on November 22nd, the day Kennedy was shot. Synchronicity. Also, I sneezed the moment the gunman squeezed. More synchronicity. But about this paper, I've never used anything else for my writing since then. Kind of gives a man a nice feeling to know that all the trees that went into my paper were chopped down over 10 years ago. And no trees have died since then to support the proliferation of Jim Cartwright's philosophical foliage.
Well, that certainly is a wonderful thing, said Joe, thinking how much he loathed ecological moralists. During the height of the ecology fad back in 1970 and 71, several people had actually had the nerve to write Joe saying that ecologically responsible journals like Confrontation had a duty to cease publication in order to save trees.
Just what fruit have your philosophical researches borne, Mr. Cartwright?
He asked.
Golden apples of the sun, silver apples of the moon,
said Cartwright with a smile. Joe saw Lilith Velcor defying Gruad atop the Pyramid of the Eye.
Well, sir,
said Cartwright,
my basic finding is that life energy pervades the entire universe, just as light and gravity do. Therefore, all life is one, just as all light is one. All energies, you see, are broadcast from a central source, yet to be found. If 4 amino acids, adenine, cytosine, guanine, and thymine, suddenly become life when you throw them together, then all chemicals are potentially alive. You and me and the fish and bugs are that kind of life, made from adenine, cytosine, guanine, and thymine, DNA life. What we call dead matter is another kind of life, non-DNA life. Okay so far? If awareness is life, and if life is one, then the awareness of the individual is just one of the universe's sensory organs. The universe produces beings like us in order to perceive itself. You might think of it as a giant self-contained eye.
Joe remained impassive. Cartwright went on.
Consciousness is therefore also manifested as telepathy, clairvoyance, and telekinesis. Those phenomena are simply non-localized versions of consciousness. I'm very interested in telepathy, and I've had a lot of success with telepathic research. These cases of communication are just further evidence that consciousness is a seamless web throughout the universe.
Now wait a minute,
said Joe.
Automobiles run on mechanical energy, heat energy, and electrical energy. But that doesn't mean that all the automobiles in the world are in contact with each other.
What burns?
Said Cartwright, smiling.
You mean in a car? Well, the gas ignites explosively in the cylinder.
Only organic matter burns,
said Cartwright smugly.
And all organic matter is descended from a single cell. All fire is one. And all automobiles do communicate with each other. You can't tell me anything about gas or oil. Or cars. I'm a Texan. Did I tell you that?
Joe shook his head.
Just what part of Texas are you from?
Little place called Mad Dog.
Had a notion you might be.